Why do you
Okay.
think Korean is difficult? For you, why is it difficult?
Hmm.
안녕 친구. Hello Korean learners. My name is Nate, who is a Korean teacher at this Edible Korean Teacher channel. I have met so many Korean learners and realized everyone has their own method to study Korean. And Korean learners don't have many opportunities to meet other Korean learners. So I think it would be helpful if I share how other Korean learners study Korean so you can try their method and find the most suitable method for you to improve your Korean faster. So now, let's go!
여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 안젤리카입니다. 제 한국 이름은 책임수입니다.
음,
저는 학생입니다. 그리고 20살입니다. And in
that's
English, okay, hi everyone. I'm Angelica, but my Korean name is Chae Kim-soo,
mm.
and I'm currently a student, and I'm 20 years old.
So how long have you learned Korean, Angelica?
My Korean learning journey is actually funny
Mm.
because I started learning when I was in seventh grade, but
Oh,
I didn't get too far because I think I memorized the Hangul, the
mm,
Korean alphabet, and then after that I only know the basics. So I had this stop learning stop in learning Korean. So it's just recently again that I really dived into learning Hangul. So yeah.
how do you study Korean? Do you listen to maybe Korean songs? Do you write or how do you study?
Um I at first I searched online on different references. So I think one of the most popular reference that most Korean learners use is the Talk to Me in Korean. So I
Mm.
started on that, and then um, I often read lessons, and I also listen to songs. Actually, more on children songs now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What motivates you to study harder? Like, sometimes I know learning a language is hard. So sometimes you
Mhm.
feel depressed, like, oh, my Korean is not improving. But sometimes you feel like, oh, I need to study harder. What motivates you?
Actually, what motivates me, I think every K-pop fangirl could relate. I really want to talk to my Korean idols, to my K idols,
Oh, okay.
to the oppa in Korea. When of course you'll never know if you get the chance to meet them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
um, that's what keeps me going. But
Mm,
on a normal day, if I'm not my fangirl self, of
mm,
course, what
mm,
motivates me is I want to meet new friends because I'm really an extrovert person. So I want to have new friends, especially Korean friends. So that's
mm,
what motivates me.
okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because everyone these days, every K-pop fans and every Korean drama fans, they want to make Korean friends, but sometimes they say it's a little
Yeah.
bit hard to make Korean friends. Yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
good reason, and that motivates people because I want to make Korean friends and I want to keep the conversation going. Mm,
Yeah. I
mm,
think it's just to expound on that. I met different people online through different platforms, making friends, and it's hard if you don't know at least the basics of a language. So it's really motivating
mm,
for a Korean for a non-Korean learner also to learn the language when if you really want to make friends. So that's
mhm,
why it's nice. It's nice.
mm.
Before we continue this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to Nate Sonsingname's channel.
What was the most difficult Korean word to pronounce?
I still stand on this day. It's the doctor in Korean. I can't even pronounce it right. I think it's Visa.
의사.
See, I can pronounce it as in Visa. It's very difficult for me. All those words with that
It's
combination of vowels.
으
Yeah.
and
The
이. 의.
yeah. I
의사.
can't. I try to. I'm still practicing to pronounce that word, but it's hard. I will
Mm,
try to pronounce that more often these days.
okay. Okay. Maybe I'll teach you one day.
네, 감사합니다.
Why do you think
Okay.
Korean is difficult? For you, why is it difficult?
Hmm. I've read a lot of opinions about this one, and
Mm,
I also have my opinion, which is similar to them. It is because of, I think, the grammar itself. So it's easy to actually know the basics, to read the Korean alphabet, and to speak the basic conversation, or the basic words rather, learn the words. But when you construct the sentences already, especially complicated ones, I think that's why that makes it harder for a non-native Korean learner to
mm,
really grasp the Korean language. And of course, one more thing is, if you're not in an environment that where there's a lot of Korean natives, where you
mm.
can really practice speaking the language, it's very hard to keep that learning going,
Yeah.
to become fluent. And that's also my struggle, actually, because of course, here in the Philippines, I am surrounded with people who just speak in English, or in Filipino, and other of our native languages. So it's very hard to have someone to
Mm,
practice my Korean skills with. And I think that applies also with other people who are in other countries. So
yeah.
that makes Korean learning the language difficult.
Mm, That's a really good point because I talked to one of my students and she said
Ne,
even though her Korean improves,
ne.
sometimes it's stuck because she thinks, why am I learning this? Because she will never use it. She feels like, when maybe she goes to Korea someday for
Yeah.
for a few weeks, but then that's the only time she will use Korean. And she wants to
Yeah.
keep using and making friends, but it's really hard. That's a struggle for everyone.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. That's why it makes it harder to learn. But I think if you have the opportunity to be in a place where there's always Korean people around, and you really get to practice it, then I think you'll be able to get to your goal fast. Immediately you can be fluent
Mm,
faster.
mm,
So yeah.
definitely, definitely. Yep, yep.
And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Nate Sonsingname's channel. See you on the next video. Annyeong!
Is Korean a popular language in the Philippines? Maybe yes.
Yes,
Mm,
정말.
정말.
네.